everyone, it's Nicole here. Welcome along to the flip through of my new journal, which is called Bella's Garden. I've got a doily on the front, and I found this beautiful velvet fabric, which is of a flower. I'll just open it. So its closure is a pinkish coral colour ribbon, and then you'll be able to see the flower. I just thought it was so beautiful. It's quite rich in colour. I don't know if you better see it in this. And it's, I love the texture of it, something nice. And it's about, I think it's about 22 centimetres. Anyway, I'll put the measurements in the description. Let's have a look inside, and here she is. So this is Bella, and it's her garden, and we've got in this pocket we've got an old vintage dictionary page and with the word garden, and some vintage wallpaper, which I guess you could use as a writing spot as well, or a tag. And then over here we've got a envelope with a cute little cigarette card of Otago, which is in New Zealand, and then a little writing paper, and up here is another little envelope with just a little vintage sticker in it. And this is Bella playing in the garden at her house when she was young. And a couple more things in a tuck spot here. Little butterfly from the garden and some writing paper. And also we've got a little tuck spot here and some vintage book paper. And then I picked this B here because this is what you can iron on transfer for B for Bella, and this little vintage book page with a B on it for Bella. And then we have this pocket, and inside, this is Bella's garden set on her garden. She has cups of teas with her friends. So it's quite pretty. And then there's a little pretty like tag up here, and here is a little dangle of a little flower. I thought it was pretty cute. And then this is vintage wallpaper, so over 50 years old. And in this pocket we have a little scrappy notepad, a few little papers in it. Oh, and I like the quote on this: you can do anything you set your mind to. And this vintage book page, it's from, this is dated 1948. I thought it was cute with these people in it, so cute. And then this is another picture of Bella and her sister growing up, an old, hasn't got a date on that one. And I put this in because it's out of a Winnie the Pooh book. It's a vintage book. It's part of one of the poems. And that's the little black hen out of the same book. Yep, and some pockets, some little pieces in them. That's obviously an altered card that I made, and a writing space there as well. And then this one has a couple of things. Has an old vintage bookmark. Hasn't got a date. And then some vintage music paper. Then this page has a tuck spot at the top with a cute little, I love this pretty little paper. I thought it was so cute with the little flowers. It's out of an old vintage kind of quote book for the day. And then a vintage bingo card, but a writing spot one. And then All Things Grow with Love. I thought that was cute. That's just coffee dyed paper. Now I love this crinkly paper, so I didn't want to cover it really. So I've done a tuck spot there, but I've made sure I left it so you can see like all the crinkles in it. And then there's a little writing spot or card in there. And this is my beautiful butterfly I made. Yeah, it's just out of a like masterboard. And some more crinkly paper, which is an old dressmaking pattern. And then this is the idea I got off Sarah Lee with a card. And then behind it, it's tied up, but behind it's a little tuck spot. In here, or you'll have to undo that one as well, but in here, and then there's a little paper in there, a little pocket. I can do that up later. And then this is a card I made, a specimen card with a hydrangea and fern out of my garden. And this is a sketch sort of drawing I made with ballpoint pen. The other side of the Winnie the Pooh poem, that's quite cute. Oh, and another little dangle. I like this one. It's got a little pearl and then a little vintage kind of dark bead. And the other side of that. Oh, and this is, I love this one. This is a vintage letter I managed to get my hands on. So it's hard to see the date there, but it's actually 1942. And there's a letter in here, and it hasn't got the date in the corner, but if you read down, it makes reference to it being like 1942. Oh, and I got a couple of letters in this set, 3 of them, and they're all 1942. So I like that one. Yep, just an old vintage book page, another pocket with some trim on it. Oh, sorry. And then this is a vintage book page as well. This is from 1953, about the Reliant car. So it's out of a modern engineering book. I thought it was quite cool, something different. Okay, so this has 3 signatures. That's the end of the first one, and a little like writing spot there. And then that's her Bella watering the garden, and a little tag in the corner. Just a garden hydrangeas page. This is a little tuck spot, an old doily, and it's got a little envelope, some writing space. That was pretty cute too. And then that's also writing paper, and then this old vintage doily with a lady on it, which I think is beautiful. And then there's these pretty little envelopes here. We'll start from the top. It's just got a little bit of scrappy paper in it. This one has a little tag in it. Ticket, sorry. And this has a little bit of writing space, another vintage tag in it. Put that in the right way. Anyway. And some flowers, quite pretty. Out of an old vintage book, that one. And then the China Rose, I like this one, this vintage bookmark. It's on some paper, so this paper's an old sewing pattern. I thought it was pretty cute, from 1970. This is the, what do you call it, postcard, sorry. And then a little bit of writing space, and then this little pocket. It flips out that way and then that way. Oh, yes, and then that's just got some little bits in it, little stickers and flowers, and another little tag. And the same bit down here, two little writing spots, someone to use. Oh yes, and I thought this was quite cute too. Oh, I like this textured paper. So it looks like someone's made handmade paper out of a little like kind of homemade diary book from a thrift shop, op shop. It's pretty cool. And this is a quote sheet. Little deeds of kindness, little words of love help to make earth happy like the heaven above. But I just thought it was a cute little one about happiness. And another little tag and writing spot, all like flowers that are in her garden, Bella's garden. And this is another envelope. Oh, I thought this was cute. It's one I've made, obviously. And oh, I haven't put in there, but it'll be a little, just some writing paper in there, vintage paper. And this one is actually, my friend made some homemade paper, and this is a piece of it. So it's like a little writing space of homemade paper. This is a little pocket again. It's got a real postcard that someone's used in New Zealand, part of the postcard. Oh, and this is what I made. I think this is a new thing. I haven't seen that before. It's a new type of writing space. So you pull it out like this, and then, yeah, that's the writing space. But you could actually tuck something in there as well. I thought that was pretty cute. And a little doggy. Oh, and this is another dangle on here, a little leaf dangle. And then, oh, sorry, I think my dog's barking. Okay, yeah, and so this is another little homemade envelope with a card. It's like a garden card, obviously, to go with the theme, Bella's garden. And that's some more of the vintage paper. Oops. And then there's another little card in there. And then this is a little flip out, and it's also a writing space for someone to use. I thought that rabbit was super cute. And then this is a sort of old postcard. I quite liked it. It's a Vincent van Gogh one from 1973. Well, obviously he was alive before that. And this is tag. And then this is actually my family. This is my grandmother here. She's passed away now, with a couple of, I think it's her nieces. A writing space and an old vintage postcard there. I thought this was pretty paper. It's just out of a magazine. And this is like some scrapbooking paper. I just added bits to make it look vintage. Oh, and these are two little tags, and they're seed envelopes. And so they're writing spots on the back as well. It's a little old country house. Oh, and I like this picture here of a fold out of it's a beautiful garden, someone's luscious garden. And then a tag in there and some writing space. Oh, this is another one of my drawings that I did with ballpoint of a fantail, which is a popular bird here. And then the garden, another little pocket with a tag in it. Oh yeah, I like this one, it's cute. An old vintage postcard. And then this is a printable I got off a friend. In the gardens, what Bella is in the garden. These are some vintage stamps, obviously. And another like faux vintage postcard. And then there's a tuck spot here, and I like these sort of old butterflies. Writing space. Oh, and I like this. This is an old-fashioned heart, that I'm told was sewn on underwear in the old days, and I got it from a lady, and she did sewing in like 1970, and a little writing spot. And then that's the other side of that paper, and then a tag and another little card. Cute. Oh yeah, another couple of writing spots, and then this is a tuck spot on a little small page, and a writing space there. Another little tuck spot there if you wanted to use it. Oh, and then an envelope here, and I'll put some ribbon through this. And then that's a tag, the tuck spot on it. Oh, and I like this paper that it's on, this vintage paper. This is from a like Women's Weekly from 1955. And some book pages, another one with a garden and a bee, and a pretty lake. Then this is near the end. This is like a hidden tuck spot with some lace and some writing space. And that's the end. Thank you.